Imagine you're the best general in the world. You've won every single battle you've ever fought. You've conquered kingdoms. You've saved your empire from collapse multiple times. You're basically the Alexander the Great of your era. And then your emperor, the guy you've been loyal to your entire career, decides you're too popular, too successful, too dangerous. So he strips away everything you've earned, your wealth, your titles, your dignity. Today we're talking about Belisarius, the Byzantine general who reconquered half of the Roman Empire. He never lost a battle and somehow ended up blind and begging on the streets of Constantinople. Or did he? Because the truth is even more tragic than the legend. It's 527 AD, Constantinople. The Byzantine Empire has a new emperor. His name is Justinian, and Justinian's got big dreams. He wants to reconquer the Western Roman Empire. He's got one problem. He's not a military guy. He needs someone who can actually win battles. Enter Belisarius. He's maybe 22 years old. Tall, good-looking, charismatic, and really good at organized killing. Justinian promotes him to general. First test, 530 AD, Battle of Dara. The Persians invade with 40,000 soldiers. Belisarius has 25,000. He's outnumbered. He wins decisively. He baits the Persians into attacking his center, then closes around them with cavalry from the flanks. The Persians break. Thousands dead. Belisarius loses maybe a few hundred. Justinian's thrilled. He sends Belisarius to North Africa. It's 533 AD. Belisarius lands in Africa with 15,000 soldiers. The Vandals have an entire kingdom. They outnumber him massively. Belisarius wins 2 major battles in rapid succession. Within a year, the Vandal kingdom is destroyed. He captures their king, seizes their treasury, sends it all back to Constantinople. North Africa is Roman again. Justinian can't believe it, so naturally he sends Belisarius to Italy. Belisarius lands in Sicily in 535. Over the next few years, he conquers city after city. Rome itself falls to Belisarius in 536 AD. He's not just winning battles. He's reconquering the heartland of the old Roman Empire. And he's still undefeated. Every battle, every campaign, Belisarius wins. But here's the problem. Belisarius is becoming too successful, too popular. His soldiers love him. The people love him. And Justinian's starting to get nervous. So, you're Justinian. You've got this incredibly successful general who's winning every battle. That's great, right? Except it's not. Because in Byzantine politics, successful generals are dangerous. They've got armies, they've got loyalty. They could march on Constantinople and make themselves emperor. It's 540 AD. Belisarius is in Italy. The Goths offer him a deal. Become emperor of the West. They'll surrender to him personally if he takes the title. Belisarius says no. He accepts the surrender, then immediately hands everything over to Justinian. He stays loyal. Justinian thinks, if the Goths wanted to make him emperor, other people probably want that too. So Justinian recalls Belisarius, not to celebrate, to watch him. Belisarius comes back to a hero's welcome from the people. Justinian sees that and gets even more paranoid. Then the Persians invade again. Justinian reluctantly sends Belisarius to deal with it. Belisarius goes, wins battles, stabilizes the frontier. He comes back. Justinian's grateful for about 5 minutes. Then Empress Theodora gets involved. Theodora doesn't trust Belisarius either. She starts whispering in Justinian's ear, he's too powerful, he's too loved, he's dangerous. In 542, plague hits Constantinople, the plague of Justinian. Millions die. Justinian himself gets sick. And while he's sick, someone suggests Belisarius as successor. Justinian recovers, and now he's convinced Belisarius is plotting against him. When Belisarius gets sent back to Italy in 544, Justinian doesn't give him enough troops or supplies. Belisarius is expected to win with basically nothing, and he still wins. It takes longer, it's harder, but Belisarius stabilizes Italy again. He comes back to Constantinople in 549. He's aging now. Decades of military campaigns. He's loyal. He's never betrayed Justinian. Justinian strips him of his military command. Here's where the legend and history get messy. The legend says Justinian had him blinded, his eyes gouged out, and threw him into the streets as a beggar. There are paintings of it. Medieval writers loved it. It's the perfect, tragic ending. Problem, it's probably not true. What actually happened is somehow more tragic. Justinian doesn't blind him, he just ignores him. Belisarius lives in Constantinople as a private citizen. He's not celebrated, he's just forgotten. Then in 559, a crisis happens. Raiders called the Outrigers march toward Constantinople. There's panic. Justinian has to ask for help from Belisarius. Belisarius is about 54 years old. He hasn't commanded an army in a decade. He's been living in forced retirement. Belisarius agrees to help, because of course he does. He's loyal to the end. He gathers a makeshift army, veterans, volunteers, basically anyone willing to fight. He marches out to face the Outrigers, and he wins. One last time. He defeats the raiders, saves Constantinople, proves that even old and retired, he's still the best general the Byzantines have. Justinian's response, he thanks him, then retires him again. In 562, someone accuses Belisarius of conspiracy against Justinian. There's no evidence. The accusation is probably false, but Justinian believes it. Belisarius is arrested. His property is confiscated. He's imprisoned in his own house. For months he's under suspicion. The man who saved the empire multiple times is treated like a criminal. Eventually, Justinian decides the evidence isn't there. Belisarius is released. His property is returned, but the damage is done. Belisarius is broken, not physically. Psychologically, he dies in March 565. Just a few months later, Justinian dies too. The two men who built the reconquered Byzantine Empire die within months of each other. So here's the tragic part. Belisarius never lost a battle, but he lost everything else. He lost his command, his reputation, the trust of the emperor. He spent his final years under suspicion, despite never giving anyone a reason to distrust him. And the worst part? It was loyalty that destroyed him. If Belisarius had accepted that offer to become Emperor of the West, he could have ruled half of Europe. If he'd marched on Constantinople, he probably would have won. But he didn't, because he was loyal to Justinian. And Justinian repaid that loyalty with paranoia and betrayal. After Belisarius died, the Byzantine Empire struggled. They didn't have another general like him. The reconquered territories eventually fell. Justinian's dream of restoring Rome faded. Belisarius won every battle but the one that mattered, the political battle for survival in a court that valued loyalty less than it feared success. So that's Belisarius, the general who never lost a battle but lost everything else. He reconquered half the Roman Empire, saved Constantinople, stayed loyal, and he died disgraced. Betrayed by the emperor he'd served his entire life.